Welcome back to Forest Talks. I'm Atlas. For those of you who follow my work, you know I'm obsessed with the idea of peace within chaos. Today we are breaking through space and time. Sitting across from me isn't some tech guru or an influencer. It's a man who was a slave in Rome and became a free man in his mind. His words have survived 2,000 years only to slap us in the face today. He limps, he has an old staff, and he's looking at me like I owe him money, but he's actually offering me freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, Epictetus, or as I'd call him if we were neighbors, Grandpa Epi. Welcome.
Adjusting himself in the chair, massaging his bad leg. Good to be here, and drop the grandpa titles. Call me a slave, call me a cripple, it's all the same to me. That's just the body. Now, are you the one writing about this piece?
I'm trying. I try to explain to people that we're slaves to the system, to the ego.
Stop. You aren't a slave to the system. You are a slave to your desire not to be in the system.
What do you mean by that?
Listen to me, man. If you want something that isn't up to you, you're a slave. If you want to change the system, and the system isn't within your power, you're a slave to the system. If you want people to read you and praise you, you're a slave to those people. A free person is one who wants only what is within their power. And what is within your power, Atlas?
My actions, my thoughts?
Exactly. Your will, your choice. See this cup of coffee? Lifts the cup. If I want this coffee to be hot right now, but it has gone cold, I am unhappy. I am a fool. Coffee gets cold. That is nature. It's up to me to drink it or not drink it. But to get upset because it's cold, that means I've tied my happiness to the temperature of water.
But that sounds a bit passive, doesn't it? In my book, I write about the struggle, about swimming upstream or downstream. People today think they have to control everything. Their career, their looks, what others think of them.
That is the sickness of your age. You want to control what isn't yours. Look, my friend, there are two kinds of things in this world. First, what is yours? Your opinion, your desire, your impulse, your aversion. In short, your soul. Second, what is not yours? Your body. Yes, you heard me right. The body is just meat and mud. Your property, your reputation, your parents, your children, your job. That is not yours.
Wait, how is my body not mine? How are my children not mine? That sounds harsh.
Harsh? It's harsh to lie to yourself. Can you prevent yourself from getting sick? No. Can you prevent your child from dying if that is their fate? No. If you think they belong to you, you will weep and scream at God when He takes them back. But if you realize the truth, that you are a traveler and an inn, and all of that was given to you for temporary use, like a hotel room, then you will be at peace. When you kiss your child goodnight, say to yourself, I am kissing a mortal. I am kissing someone who is on loan to me. That way, when that child leaves, you won't be broken. You'll be grateful you had the chance to know them at all.
Ooh, that's that stoic premeditation of evils. But Epictetus, we live in the Balkans. People here complain constantly about fate, the state, politicians. Is that stoicism?
Not at all. That's cowardice. These people of yours, they complain because they want things they can't have without selling their souls. Look at the man who wants to be a minister or a director. He comes to me and says, Epictetus, poor me, I have to listen to that idiot of a party boss. I tell him, then don't listen to him. He says, but I won't be the director. Well, my friend, that's the price. You want to be a director, the price is selling your freedom, nodding your head, kissing robes. Pay the price and shut up. Don't complain to me. Do you want to be free? Then you can't be a director under those conditions. Be poor, but be a king in your own mind. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have your dignity and the mercy of a tyrant.
That reminds me of a part in your discourses about the guy who needed to use the latrine and held the chamber pot for his master.
That's the one. He says to me, but Epictetus, if I don't hold the chamber pot, he'll kill me. Then hold it, but don't say you did it of your own free will. You sold yourself for your life. See my leg? Points to his lame leg. A master did this to me while I was a slave. He could have cut off my head. Did he hurt me? No, he hurt the leg. The leg is lame, Epictetus is not. If they throw me in prison, it's my body in prison. My will walks the fields, talks with God, and laughs at their padlocks. That is freedom, my son.
In my book, Peace and Turmoil, I write about how we've become NPCs, side characters in our own lives. You use the metaphor of an actor in a play.
Exactly. God is the director. He gave you a role. To one, he gave the role of an emperor. To another, a beggar. To another, a cripple like me. It's not your job to choose the role. It's your job to play it well enough for an Oscar. If you were given the role of a poor man, be the best, most dignified poor man in the world. Don't let your lines be, "Oh, why am I not rich?" Those aren't your lines. Your script is to show how a human can be happy without a penny. But you want to be the directors. You want to change the script. That's why you're miserable.
But shouldn't we strive for better? Shouldn't we work on ourselves?
You should work on yourself, not on the things around you. That's the difference. Work on your convictions. When someone insults you in traffic or someone trashes you on the internet, I heard you guys do that now, what happened? Someone produced a sound. Someone typed letters. That is the fact. The idea that you are offended, that is your opinion. You added that judgment. He threw a stone. You decided to let that stone hurt your soul. Be a rock. The stone bounces off. If you feel offended, it means you are an accomplice to the person insulting you. You gave them the keys to your peace.
That's the concept of the witness I talk about, being an observer of your own reactions. But tell me, how can an ordinary person who works 8 to 4, has a mortgage, has kids, how do they apply this? They come home tired, the wife is stressed, bills have arrived.
First, let them stop looking for happiness where it doesn't exist. You seek happiness in your salary? The salary can be late. That's not up to you. You seek happiness in your wife being in a good mood. Your wife is another human being. She has her own will. Her head hurts. That's not up to you. If you tie your happiness to everything being perfect outside, you will never have peace. When you come home and see chaos, say to yourself, this is material for practice. Just as a wrestler needs a tough opponent to get stronger, you need that tough day. God is saying to you, Atlas, here a difficult situation, let's see if you've learned the lesson or you're just talking nonsense on podcasts. Every obstacle is an opportunity to practice virtue. Wife yelling, practice patience. Child crying, practice gentleness. No money, practice frugality. Everything has two handles, my friend. You can pick up the pot by the boiling handle and get burned, complaining, or the cool handle, acceptance. You choose.
You mention God often. Your God isn't that old man on a cloud. He's more like universal reason, nature.
Call it what you will. Zeus, Allah, nature, fate. It is the order that governs the universe. Look at the sun. Look at the changing of the seasons. Everything goes according to plan. Only man, that arrogant little animal, rebels. Why is it raining today? I wanted to have a barbecue. Well, it's raining because the earth needs it, man. Is the whole universe supposed to rearrange itself for your kebab? To be a pious or spiritual person to me means saying, fine, if this is your will, then it is mine too. I won't let you drag me like a dog tied to a cart. I will walk beside the cart of my own accord. That is Amor Fati. Love your fate. Don't just endure it. Love it, because it is yours.
I often feel lonely in these thoughts, like I'm, as I say in the book, swimming in a river of crocodiles, and everyone else thinks it's normal. How do you deal with a society that doesn't understand you?
Why do you need them to understand you? Do you need applause? If you want to be a philosopher, prepare to be ridiculed. They'll say, look at him, suddenly he's got smart, he's got his nose in the air. If you persist, those same people will admire you later. But if you back down because you're uncomfortable, they'll laugh at you twice as much. Be careful who you associate with. If you hang out with dirty people, you'll get dirty too. You can't sit with people who only talk about money, gossip, and complain and expect to stay clean. Either pull them up or move away. Be like the man who was lost in the dark but found a lamp. Don't wave the lamp in others' faces to blind them. Just walk and light the path. Those who want to will follow.
Finally, Epictetus, We know you taught many people in Rome. Even Adrian Hadrian came to listen to you. But you never wrote down any words. Everything we have was recorded by your student, Arian. Why didn't you write?
What do I need books for? Books are dead. Philosophy is a living thing. See those shelves behind you? Full of books. People read a book about exercising and think they're strong. No, my friend, show me your shoulders. I don't care about your weights, books. I care about your muscle, character. My writings are my students. If they live freely, that is my book. You write, Atlas, and that's fine. But remember, when you close the laptop, when you turn off this microphone, that's when the real philosophy begins. When someone scratches your car in the parking lot, that's where you show me if you've read my book or you were just holding it in your hand.
Show me your shoulders, not your weight. I think I'm gonna get that tattooed. Thank you, teacher.